Hello students, good morning all of you. I hope you all are fine. I Neeraj Khare as a biology teacher of class ninth. So dear student, today start for chapter 5th, Cell Fundamental Unit of Life. We start for the revision this chapter. So dear student, today we start the fundamental unit of life. The fundamental unit of life. So the body of all organism is made up of very small units called cell. The body of all organism is made up of very small units called cell. So dear students, a cell is capable of the independent existence and can carry out all the function which are necessary for a living beings. Dear students, a cell is capable of independent existence and can carry out all the function which are necessary for a living beings. Unicellular organisms are capable of independent existence which show a cell's capability to exist independently like in amoeba. Unicellular organisms are capable of independent existence which show a cell's capability to exist independently like in amoeba. Due to this, a cell is called the fundamental structure and fundamental unit of living organism and basic unit of life. Due to this, a cell is called the fundamental structural and functional unit of living organism and basic unit of life. Discovery of cell and cell theory. Cell was the first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. Discovery of cell and cell theory. Cell was first discovered by Robert Hooke. Who is discovered first? The first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. He observed that just like honeycomb, organisms are also composed of a small compartment. He named this compartment a cell. Observed that just like honeycomb organisms are also composed of a compartment. A small compartment. He named these compartments a cell. He named these compartments as cells. Cell theory state that cell theory state that all living organisms are composed of cell. First one, all living organisms are composed of cells. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. All new cells come from pre-existing cells. All new cells come from the pre-existing cells. Next one is cell is the shape and size of cells. Shape and size of cells. Cells vary in a shape and size. They may be oval, spherical, rectangular, spindles shaped or totally irregular like the nerve cells. The size of cell also varies in the different animals and plants. Cells vary in shape and size. They may be oval, spherical, rectangular, spindle shaped, or totally irregular like the nerve cells. The size of cell also varies in different animals and plants. Most of the cells are microscopic in size, like red blood cells, is a short form of RBC, while the some cells are fairly large like nerve cells. Average size of cells varies from 0.5 to 20. The type of cells. The type of cells. The cells can be categorized in two types: prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells in some organisms, DNA and RNA, genetic substance, full form of DNA, ribonucleic acids and ribonucleic acid, and DNA deoxynucleic acid and ribonucleic acid as genetic materials are bound by the membrane. This is the term a true nucleus. Prokaryotic cells are cells in the which true nucleus is absent. In some organisms, DNA and RNA are bound by a membrane. This is the term as a true nucleus. Prokaryotic cells are cells in which true nucleus is absent. They are primitive and the incomplete cell. Prokaryotes are always unicellular organisms, bacteria, blue-green algae, and prokaryotic examples of prokaryotes a cell of chromosome. So first ribosome, cell membrane, cell ball, capsule, leaf, flagellum, and chromosomal DNA is the localized in a region is called the nucleoids. Look this figure very careful. Eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell are cell in which true nucleus is present. Eukaryotic cells are cell in which true nucleus is present. They are advanced and complete cell. They are advanced and complete cell. Eukaryotes include all living organisms, both unicellular and multicellular organisms except the bacteria and blue-green algae. Dear students, where eukaryotic cells are cells in which the true nucleus is present. Look at this picture. Nucleoles, ribosome, cell membrane, mitochondria, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, short form is RER, centrioles, Golgi apparatus, rough plasmic reticulum, nuclear, etc. Cell structure. Cell is composed of some basic structure. Plasma membrane. Cell structure. Cell is composed of some basic structures. So first one is the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the covering of the cell that the separate the content of the cell from its external environment. Plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is the covering of the cell that the separate the content of the cell from its the external environment. Cell from its the external environment. It is a living part of the cell. It is the living part of the cell. It is a very thin, delicate, elastic, and selectively permeable membrane. The plasma membrane is composed of the lipid and the protein. It is the living part of the cell. It is a very thin, delicate, elastic, and the selectively permeable membranes. Plasma membrane is composed of lipids and protein. Function. Function of plasma membranes. First one is function. As it is the selectively permeable membrane, it is allow the flow of the limited substance in and out of the cell, in and out of the cell. Cell ball. Cell ball is a non-living non-living thick and the freely permeable covering made up of cellulose. Cell wall is the available in eukaryotic plant cell and in prokaryotic cell. Cell wall is non-living thick and freely permeable covering made up of the cellulose. Cell wall is the available in the eukaryotic plant cell and in prokaryotic cells. Function: it determines the shape of the cell. It protects the plasma membrane. Third one is it prevent the nations of dairiness in the cell. It help in the transport of various sweet substance in and out of the cell. It help in the transport of the various substance in and out of the cell. Protoplasm. Protoplasm, it is a jelly-like mucous colorless semi-fluid substance in various cell organelles present in colloidal form. Protoplasm consists two parts, cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Protoplasm, it is jelly-like mucous the colorless semi-fluid substance in various cell organelles present in colloidal form. The protoplasm consists two parts, cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is that the part of the protoplasm which the surrounded the nucleus. Cytoplasm is the part of the protoplasm which surrounded the nucleus. Nucleoplasm is that the part of the protoplasm which is the located inside the nucleus. Nucleoplasm is that the part of the protoplasm which is located inside the nucleus. Function: protoplasm acts as a store of the vital chemical like amino acids, proteins, sugar, etc. It is the site of some metabolic reaction. Protoplasm acts as a store of vital chemical like amino acids, protein, sugar, etc. It is the sites of some metabolic reaction. Golgi body. Golgi body are also called the Golgi complex, Golgi operators. It is the first discovered by Camillo Golgi. So it the consist of the membrane wound star structures arranged parallel to each other. The Golgi body are also called the Golgi complex, Golgi apparatus. It is the first discovered. Who is the first discovered? It is the first discovered by Camillo Golgi. It consists of the membrane wound structure arranged parallel to each other. Function: Golgi bodies store, modify, package, and dispatch the substance. Golgi bodies store, modify, package, and dispatch the substance. They help in the formation of lysosome. They help in the form of lysosome. So, dear student, today's topic is complete. Tomorrow will be next topic start. I send you to homework for the PDF. So, dear student, to complete your work and send me. Thank you.